Hello. This video is part 4 of the special lecture series on the core competencies for Government 2305 and Government 2306. The core competency to be assessed on Unit Exam 3 is communication. The actual writing prompt you will see on the exam is provided in the Core Competency 3 Instructions and Writing Prompt for Unit Exam 3 document, linked just below the link you click to open this YouTube video. On Unit Exam 3, students are asked to evaluate common communication problems found in candidate campaign ads. In Government 2305, the focus is on presidential candidate campaign ads. In Government 2306, the focus is on Texas gubernatorial candidate campaign ads. To help you prepare for this assessment, I will first introduce you to some of the logical fallacies that are committed in political advertising. The term fallacy, most broadly construed, means poor reasoning. Logic refers to valid reasoning, so pairing these two terms together as logical fallacies is at a superficial level contradictory. But philosophers and academics generally recognize the terminology logical fallacies to mean an argument that is logically flawed. Additionally, the academic study of philosophy has developed a number of specific types of logical fallacies that are common in argumentation. Whereas candidate campaign ads are essentially arguments, either in support of or in opposition to a candidate, it is possible to determine whether such arguments are valid or plagued by flawed reasoning. To begin your preparation, familiarize yourself with some of the logical fallacies that are commonly found in candidate campaign ads. I have provided a list of fallacies in the Core Competency 3 Instructions and Writing Prompt for Unit Exam 3 document, along with links to the source material for those of you who may want to investigate any of them further. Click on each link to learn and read a brief description or explanation of the fallacy. Most of the descriptions are relatively brief. Some even provide an example or two to illustrate. Do not rush through this part of your preparation process. Think about each of the fallacies and look for examples that you may encounter in your daily life. Fallacious reasoning is common in politics, but it is certainly not confined to that aspect of life. Look for examples in product advertising or in the social media interactions you routinely engage in. The second step in your preparation involves watching some actual political campaign ads. In the Government 2305 course, you will be viewing presidential campaign ads. In the Core Competency 3 Instructions and Writing Prompt for Unit Exam 3 document, I have linked 12.5 ads that were made by presidential candidate campaigns from the 1960s to the 2016 election. In the Government 2306 course, you will be viewing campaign ads made by candidates for the Texas governor's office since the 1990s. Whichever class you are enrolled in, federal government or Texas government, you should think carefully about the information that is conveyed in each ad as you view it. There is at least one, and in some cases multiple, fallacies committed in each ad. Please be aware that because these ads are hosted on YouTube, there may be advertisements that precede the campaign ad you are trying to view. Usually you can click Skip Ad after a few seconds. Now, let's look at an example together using an ad produced by the Mitt Romney presidential campaign from 2012. The ad is called These Hands.
If you've been successful, you didn't get there on your own. You didn't get there on your own. I'm always struck by people who think, well, it must be because I was just so smart. There are a lot of smart people out there. It must be because I worked harder than everybody else. Let me tell you something. If you got a business, you didn't build that. Somebody else made that happen.
My father's hands didn't build this company. My hands didn't build this company. My son's hands aren't building this company. Did somebody else take out the loan on my father's house to finance the equipment? Did somebody else make payroll every week or figure out where it's coming from? President Obama, you're killing us out here. Through hard work and a little bit of luck, we built this business. Why are you demonizing us for it? We are the solution, not the problem. It's time we had somebody who believes in us. Someone who believes that achievement should be rewarded, not punished. We need somebody who believes in America.
The idea to say that Steve Jobs didn't build Apple, that Henry Ford didn't build Ford Motor, to say something like that is not just foolishness, it's insulting to every entrepreneur, every innovator in America, and it's wrong. President Obama attacks success, and therefore under President Obama we have less success, and I will change that.
On Unit Exam 3, you will be asked to write an essay in which you identify and discuss the logical fallacies committed in one of the ads linked in the Core Competency 3 Instructions and Writing Prompt for Unit Exam 3 document. Specifically, you will be asked to identify at least one fallacy committed in the ad you are prompted to write about. In your essay, you must 1. Indicate what the fallacy in the ad is, 2. Demonstrate a good understanding of what the fallacy means in general. 3. Explain how the ad commits the fallacy you have identified, that is, why the reasoning is flawed. And 4. Suggest how the ad could be changed to deliver the message intended without committing the fallacy. Here is a brief essay illustrating how one might address these 4 things with respect to the Mitt Romney These Hands ad. Mitt Romney's 2012 campaign ad, These Hands, is an example of the straw man fallacy. This fallacy in reasoning occurs when an opponent's actual positions or views are distorted or misrepresented or caricatured with superficially similar but substantively different positions or views. The distorted or misrepresented views are then attacked or dismissed because they are typically easier to undermine than the opponent's actual positions or views. The ad is targeted at business owners. Using a small business owner as a spokesperson, the ad begins by caricaturing Barack Obama's position, implying that Mr. Obama holds views that he did not espouse. The ad goes on to suggest that candidate Romney, unlike Obama, values personal achievement and believes it should be rewarded. By using out-of-context sound bites and attributing quotes to his opponent Barack Obama that Obama did not say that Steve Jobs didn't create Apple, Romney's ad misrepresents Obama's position and portrays a straw man Obama whose argument is then easily dismissed. The ad could and should focus on Mitt Romney's specific proposals and plans to promote entrepreneurial enterprises, encourage creation of new businesses, and foster innovation in the private sector. If Obama is mentioned in the ad at all, the content of the ad should focus on specific policies implemented by the Obama administration that can be shown to have stifled entrepreneurial activity. So you can see that here in the first paragraph, the author addresses the first 2 requirements. 1, indicating what the fallacy committed in the ad is, and 2, explaining what the fallacy means in general. The second and third paragraphs address the third requirement. They explain how the ad commits the fallacy or why the reasoning is flawed. The last paragraph concludes by addressing the fourth requirement. It suggests how the ad could be changed to deliver the message intended without committing the fallacy. Those of you who have previously received an index card for Unit Exam 3 from me may use it to make notes about any of the logical fallacies or any of the ads linked in the Core Competency 3 Instructions and Writing Prompt for Unit Exam 3 document. Please be sure to adhere to the dozen or so criteria outlined in the instructions document. Okay, that does it for Part 4 of the special lecture series on the core competencies. As always, I view these core competency essays on the unit exams as a test of your preparation as much as anything else. You have the writing prompt. You have the links to the fallacies and links to the ads. Use your time between now and when you take the exam to prepare. Work it all out ahead of time, so you do not have to do any deep thinking when you are writing the essay. Being well prepared before you sit down to take the test goes a long way in relieving any anxiety you might otherwise experience while you are taking the test. Good luck.